Hello, sunshine. This is Shauna, also known as CreativeStitchNDiva, and you are listening to Chronicles of a Crochet Diva podcast. Enjoy. Hello, sunshines. Hello. How art thou? I had one beautiful Sunday. Really beautiful, really relaxed. I don't think I did too much of anything but probably fall asleep and I got my hair done. So basically I fell asleep in her presence. I don't know if you know how it is when you get your hair done, it's like somebody in your head you are consistently like and fall asleep. Yeah, that was me today. So I got a little nap. So because I got a little nap, I'm a little wired. So just, don't worry about me. I'm good. I'm just a little wired because I had a little nap. Whereas I usually don't get naps. So, yeah, I'm gonna discuss something that so many of you are like, I need customers. I don't know how to get customers. I don't know how to get orders or a consistent amount of orders. So you may be able to get orders. It's just not a continuous thing. And when I was at that point where I couldn't get customers, I would do anything and everything to get a customer because I needed the money to take care of my kids. So yeah, I with trial and error, I was able to finally through experience realize what I needed, and then not only through trial and error by just basically talking. So if you follow me and you see the many people that come on here and what they talk about, you should understand that what you see is not always what you get. So just because you see all the glitz and glam and the 25,000 followers and all of that, it's not really what you think. And that's why I do the podcast. It's something that we need to like be more realistic with. We need to be realistic with our business, our goals, and that's what the podcast is for. The podcast is to be more realistic. When I was not myself and I was depressed and I wanted a business, I just decided one day I was going to have a business because I need money and I have yarn and I have a hook and I have this great talent. So I'm going to do whatever I need to do to make this happen. And I did. And thank God I had a great support system and mentors because they helped me with that. The thing about it is I didn't get a constant flow of supporters. I like calling them supporters. I didn't get a constant flow. Now I have a constant flow, but not just a constant flow. I have more passive income coming in. I have more income that's coming in different locations in different ways. And so marketing is very key to get that to happen. And you don't have to spend a lot of money to do it. So let's talk about it. But before we talk about marketing, I want to let you guys know that for you and only you, if you are a part of my YouTube team, if you have not received Creative Stitching Diva PC Stitch tutorial book to show you how to graph like the diva, the ebook is on sale. Now I did it for 24 hours in my group, but I wanted to also do some pop-up ones, and I'm gonna pop up a sale today, $25. It's originally $40. So if you didn't receive it and you want it now, hit me up, contact one of my moderators in the blue with the what you call that? The wrench on the side. Shout out to my moderators. Hit them up and they could give you my email address or the payment information. Make your $25 payment and put your email and put that is for your ebook, and you can have the ebook. $25 only for you. Other than that, it's $40 when we are done. Also, if you stick to the end, I am going to pop up with another pop-up, and I'm going to give away a popple. Okay, I'm going to pick a random person who is in the chat, because I don't know if you're in there if you're not in the chat, but if you're in the chat, you will receive one free popple. What the hell is a popple? Popple is, I sponsor Popple, so this is a paid promotion. Popple is a digital business card. You do not necessarily have to have a business to have one. The kids love it because it was a stocking stuffer. So the kids love it because you are able to just hit the back of your phone, and once you hit the back of your phone, boom, it automatically comes up. But when it comes up the social media that you put up, your telephone number, if you want to put your address, your website, whatever you want, it comes up. I'm gonna demonstrate exactly. Well, this one is mine, so if you was to pop up with mine, that's what come up. And all I did was just tap it to the back of my phone. That's it. It doesn't matter if you have iPhone or Android. It does not matter. You can have an Android phone and they can have an iPhone, vice versa, and it still will work. It does not matter. And this right here is way better than saying, give me your number and just type it in the number. No, because you want my business, right? You want my YouTube channel. And what if I don't have a business? Now, I carry business cards all the time, but people lose business cards, right? So yeah, this right here is the new thing. It was a stocking stuffer. It was a big hit for Christmas. So if you didn't get it, I'm giving it away for free. You just got to stick to the end. And when you stick to the end, just say hi, hello, what's going on? Let's pop it. And when you do that, I will give away one free popple to one lucky person in the chat. And I'm going to do that by a random picker. So I'm going to put your name in the random picker and I'm going to choose it and you're going to win it. You just need to send me your address, but we'll talk about that later. And that is it. This is a celebration. March is celebration, right, Disha? Celebration time, okay? This is Pisces season. This is Diva season. This is, what is it, crochet month season. So all of that and above is why I'm doing all of this. I'm also going to give out free grabs, so stick back tomorrow when I'm going to give away free grabs. I'm going to give away a lot of things, not just here but in my group. So if you're not in Grafkins and the Restless, get in Grafkins and the Restless group, because that's the group you need to be at in order to get all of our pop-ups, right, Disha? We got you. We got you. Disha is our game queen, and she did some good games. And the games that she did, she gave away some gifts, and some lucky people got some good gifts. And that's what you need to do. You just got to be in it to win it. That's all you got to do. And if you follow me, the questions that she asked was very simple, really easy. It was just basically asking certain things about moi or other moderators, or what I talked about, or what the Grafkin community is. So that's basically all she did. And we had some lucky winners. So if you want to win, if you want to be in it to win it, you gotta join Grafkins and the Restless. And I'm putting it in this description right now because a sister was out all day today getting her hair done, so I did not put it in the description, but I am doing it right now. And once I put that in the description, you're able to receive my email address, my payment information if you want the ebook, the popple information. I have merchandise, so if you want merchandise, I have all of that in the description below. Now let's get into what we came here for. We came here for to find out exactly what we need to do for marketing and what we need to do to contact our audience. Our audience is who is going to basically make or break us, you know, give us some bread and butter, you know, all of that stuff. And the thing that you want to focus on first is making sure that you find your target audience. Finding your target audience is priority. You don't want to be putting out information and trying to get someone to buy your whatever. It may not be crochet related. It may be related to if you have lip gloss, or if you're doing hair care products or skin products, whatever products that you're doing, you want to be able to sell it, but you need that right target audience. How do I get my target audience? So I have been doing this for, this is 2021, so it's about a decade now. So about 10 years now I've been doing this. Actively being a business, I'm going to say I've been doing it for the last 7 years. No, I'm lying. Maybe like 5 years. I'm going to say 5 years. So actively trying to be a business. And what I mean by trying is because through trial and error, I had failed. Then I got back up and I did it again. And then I failed again. And then I got back up and I did it again. But I promised myself this last time that I was not playing. Not at all. And I'm going to get my coins. And I'm going to not only get my coins, but I'm going to keep generating and just keep generating and generating so that I can continue on building my empire and not ever having to worry about living check to check. My girl Gail, and I would never forget this, and I'm always going to say it. She said, stop saying you broke. Stop saying you broke. That you're not broken. You're not broken, so stop saying you broke. And I used to get mad when she said that, but I see now the value of my words. The value of my words is like gold. For her to say that to me, and then me to finally listen, and I started saying what she told me to say, which is you're temporarily out of funds. Not that you're broke, because you're not broken. And that was gold to me, because once I started saying I'm temporarily out of funds, it was literally temporarily. Some days, not even a day, I can say I'm temporarily out of funds, but I have funds. It's just not what I want. And when you're saving, you don't have funds. You can't really add that. You can't add the fact that you have savings. If you have a savings and you have money in your savings, I don't use that anymore, and I don't add that anymore, whereas I used to. So that is key. But stop saying you guys are broke and start saying you're temporarily out of funds, because the words mean a lot. And that really helped me, because I don't know, but I'm able to go and get $100 hairdo in the middle of the month because I want to. And no, I don't have a 9 to 5. No, I don't. I literally work from home. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of dedication, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but you could do it. I know you could, because if I could, you could. The whole marketing thing, you definitely need time management. And that's something I said I wanted to talk about this week. And then I pushed it back to the side because it's just so much to time management. So now I added my exercising back into my routine. So I needed to take a step back and do my whole management proposal all over again. So basically, I'm going to do that, but I want it to be steps, and I don't want it to be a live video. I rather do it in a recorded video and for it to be scaled down. And I want points because time management is very important for your success in your business. And that's how you start your marketing. Your marketing is time and management. And if you don't have that, you don't have a successful business. That is key. To get your target audience, marketing is, you got to know what marketing is, number one. And number two, what is online marketing? Digital marketing is basically what I am doing right now. What I just did with my Popple. I am basically taking this information and letting you know about it, and I'm solving a problem. And the problem is some people want to give their contact information and the fastest and quickest way possible. And when you do that, a business card is the best thing, right? Yes. But some people are not great with business cards anymore. Some people toss it. Some people lose it. We don't want you to do that with our hard work and money and all the information that we put into a business card. So the best thing for Popple to have come up with this is like, this is gold, because like I said, Christmas, this was a huge hit for Christmas because the kids loved it. The kids was popping each other. They was popping each other all day long because they wanted to basically show that this is what they can do. And all they do is take this little thing and pop it in the bag. And how Popple came up with the gimmick was basically getting a whole bunch of influencers, and the influencers will use it, and the influencers will let their people know who it is, and then the more they use it, and it was like ripple effect, because some people never even heard of what Popple was, and I never heard what Popple was. It just came up out of the blue, and I'm like, let me look into this. And when I did, I'm like, oh, this is good. So I actually contacted Popple myself, and I'm like, I want to be up on board with this. This is excellent. This is something that I need to be in. And that's how I became ambassador. Sometimes you want something, you go get it. Go get it. Don't wait for nobody to ask you. Don't wait for anybody to come to you. You just go get it. So that's basically what I did. I went and I told them, like, I need to be up on this. And that's how their marketing scheme got me. So your target audience have to be someone or a bunch of people who you are solving a problem. You have to solve their problem. If you're going to crochet, who are you crocheting for? And why are you crocheting for them? And if they're having a baby, you want to make sure that your product is good enough for them. And it has to be a little bit different than what somebody else do, because it's a big community of crocheters. So what makes me different than you? Well, I could tell you a lot of things, but what I'm going to say is I do graph ganning. Not a lot of people want to do that, and not a lot of people want to have a business in graph ganning because it takes a lot of time. There's so many people that want to do quick money, quick money, and quick money is good, but it's not always better. And I noticed that me staying in this niche, because don't get me wrong, I didn't always want to stay in the Graffian niche, but me staying in the Graffian niche is what pulled me up more and more. And each year it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, because not a lot of people can realize that you can actually put a picture in something. And it could be anything, not just a blanket, not just a pillow, but it could be a bag, it could be a tote bag, it could be clothes. I don't like clothes, so don't. But it could be anything, a hat, whatever. And it don't have to be a huge picture. It could be just a letter, or it could be a symbol, or whatever. So I target my audience by trying to get into their heads. I get into their heads. And the reason why I do that, which is research, is because how else am I going to get my audience? I am I don't get a lot of followers. So say for instance, you look at someone who is getting 25,000 followers versus me, who may have like 2,000 followers. Who is making the most money? You may think that the $25,000 person is making more money. When I showed proof on this channel, on this podcast, that that is not always true at all. The people that I had brought in onto the podcast, I purposely did that because I wanted you guys to realize that don't look at all the numbers. It's not all about the numbers. When I speak to these people, they're literally saying, I just do this for fun. I don't do this to make money. If I make money, I make money, but I'm just doing this for fun. So in our minds, because don't get me wrong, I used to think about this all the time. I used to always say, oh, I want to be like this person. They got all these followers and all these people following them, and they're making all this money. And I'm thinking that this is how I need to be in order to make a lot of money, when in reality, that's not what I needed to do. I just needed to stay where I'm at, because I don't want to be overwhelmed. I don't want to be overwhelmed. I want to be able to make my custom made items, but bring in a lot of passive money. And that is what I am working on, building my empire. I did level up. I leveled up. I really did. My goals that I had for the year, it was postponed a little bit because of the pandemic, but as of February, the last week of February, I actually leveled up after doing my numbers and after looking at my calculations and doing my reports. And I'm like, oh, wow, I actually got over the goal that I wanted. So the best thing to do is have a diary. Write down these things. Write down your target, your supporters. What are they looking for? What do they want? Research your product. So whatever you're doing, so if you're going to do crochet and you're going to do lip gloss, you need to make sure you have the right audience for that and the right background as well. Because if you're going to have one platform and you're putting all of your content in that one platform, it may be a little bit overwhelming for your audience, because your audience who want the crochet items may not want lip gloss, and then your lip gloss audience may not want your crochet items. So you just got to be very strategic on what you're going to do. Like for instance, Gail has 1,000,001 jobs, and she has a channel for her million and one jobs. She has one because she owns her own hair salon. So she has one for her hair salon. And then she has one for her crochet items. Then she has one personal. I believe she has a personal. I believe you have a personal. And that is how she targets her certain audience. So she may have 5,000 in one and then maybe 2,000 on another. And so when you're looking at your numbers, you're going to see which one she needs to focus on. I wouldn't do too many things because it can be overwhelming. Me having different avenues of passive income can be overwhelming. But the great thing about passive income is it's passive. I continuously get the income in without doing a lot. So time management is where you need to be at when it comes to delegating your different platforms. So, for instance, I would set up a day because I work at home. I would set up my mornings for like 9 to 5 or like 10 to 6 or something like that. I give myself breaks. I give myself lunch. I also give myself the opportunity to bond with my child because he's here with school. And then I have social media time. Social media time for me is I actually go online and I just start looking. Now, you may spend social media time being nosy, looking at other people's stuff, laughing, entertainment, learning, whatever. But I use my social media time for research. My research that I use is basically seeing other people and how they post, seeing other people and their engagement, how they're getting all of the engagement that they're getting and why they're getting it. Sometimes I ask. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with asking. How did you do that? How did you get this amount of people? And some people are just lucky and they get a, a million subscribers because that they're just lucky, or one video became viral, and then that one video that became viral, it became very successful for them. So you could be doing this for like years, like me, doing this for years, and then one day out of the blue everybody just jumps on board and not realizing you was doing this for years and years and years and years. So if you were to take a class, say if I decide to do a class, you can actually look me up. You can look me up and you can see my background. Not only can you see my background, you can see my work. So you can see what I have, what I do, and what I can teach you how to do. And that's what you need to do as well. So when you're doing social media time, make sure that if you want to take somebody's class or workshop or something, do research on them. If it's free, do it. It never hurts to do something for free. But any money, $5, $2, $10, whatever, any money that you're going to give someone, make sure that you're doing it with someone who are actually going to give you good information that you just didn't know already. Because there's a lot of times that I do take a class or I do take a workshop and then I'm listening and then I'm like, I just spent $50 for something I already know. And if I would have just looked this person up, I could have got that information because they was already putting it out there without even spending the $50. So just be careful who you give your money to, who you spend most of your time with, and make sure that their background speaks volumes and their work speaks volumes. Their work is good because you want to be inspired by their work, right? So if I'm going to do a class on how to make lip gloss, you want to make sure my lip is popping, right? And if my lip is not popping, how the hell am I going to tell you how to make lip gloss if my lips is chapped? So just be real careful when it comes to that. Competition. Competition for me is not competition at all. So I have grown to toot my own horn. The reason why I do that is because who the hell else is going to do it, right? It was a time where I used to be so negative and I never gave myself the necessary pep talk or the compliments that I deserved. I felt like I didn't deserve it back in the days. But now I guess I live in my name, the Diva, and I pick my name up all the time now to the point where I toot my own horn. Me doing that is what also brings in the customers. The customers want to know, well, shoot, if she doing that, I know I'm gonna like what she's putting out. And one of my supporters, I don't like saying customers, but one of my supporters actually said to me, "Girl, you always talking about your work. Let me see you do this." And so don't get me wrong. Sometimes I feel like, damn, I opened up my big ass mouth. I really gotta bring it out. Like I really gotta put this together and make it stand out. But the reason why I give myself a lot of compliment with and still being humble, still being humble, is because what it is I do a lot of research on my audience. Being that I do all that research on my audience, it helps me when it comes to sealing the deal and like hook, line, and sinker. Like they literally come to me. Let me tell you something. I have a customer currently, supporter, who asked me for a pride blanket. Now, sometimes we don't even know how the hell we're going to talk about this or deal with this. And I've never done a pride blanket. I've done pride graphs, but never a pride blanket before. So I didn't know how to approach the situation. I had to research. And I researched some information. And I talked to some friends that were gay and like, how, what should I ask without being disrespectful? Or what do you think she would like for me to put on this without being disrespectful? And they gave me some insight. It's nothing wrong with just asking questions because you don't know and you don't want to offend anyone. You want to grab your audience. You don't want to run them away and scare them. So when I did that, what I did do was I went on her Facebook page because this was for her daughter, and her daughter is young and she likes the flag, the rainbow flag. Now, don't get me wrong. In the beginning, she just said she wants this and gave me the rainbow flag emoji. So I don't know. I'm like, no, she didn't. Let me get that right. She just said a rainbow flag or a rainbow, something like that. But whatever she said, it made me think that she just liked rainbows and unicorns. Like that's the first thing I thought about at first. But then the more and more, I didn't want to offend her. So I didn't want to put pride information out there. And she's like, girl, my daughter's not gay. I didn't want to do that. So I just kept asking a lot of questions. And the questions that was asking was basically, what else do you want? Because I don't just do just anything. So if she wanted the pride flag, I wasn't just going to do a pride flag. I said, what characters do she like? Is she in a relationship? Like, what else do she love? And with the rainbow, like, what else do she want with the rainbow? Like, I was asking certain questions like that, so I knew which way to go. And she wasn't giving me a lot of information, but I did find out eventually that it was a pride flag that she wanted. And she said she just wanted the pride flag. And I said, okay. But in the diva way that I am, I decided to give her some samples of other things based off of the questions that she answered. So I knew she liked Mickey Mouse. I knew that she liked being like a diva. I knew that she liked the rainbow flag, but she also liked the color purple. So I took all of this into consideration and I whipped up 3 different graphs. Those graphs are actually now on in my Etsy. But I whipped up 3 different designs, and the 3 different designs that I showed her, she loved them all because they were all a piece of her. And she was like, how do you know she liked this? How do you told me? And not only that, I researched her. I went on her page, and when she posts pictures of her daughter, she would put, "This is my daughter at cheerleader practice," or "This is my daughter at this school." So when I saw this, I would incorporate it into that design. So I'm basically focusing on that target. I'm focusing on that audience. I'm focusing on that design, and sealing the deal, because I don't just want her for this, I want her for other ones. And do you know, she told like 10 other people, and out of the 10 other people, like 5 asked me to make them blankets, because she said she makes anything. Like, you could just tell her you want water, and she said she'll make it turn red. I'm like, don't tell these people that. I want her to tell people that though. So yeah, research. Research and look at social media like it's gold, not just for your entertainment, but look at it and see who's getting views and why they're getting views. If they're selling products, and why they're not selling products, or why they are selling products. That's what I do when I look at social media, and I only do it. I used to do it for like an hour a day. I decided to narrow that down to like 15 minutes a day. Yeah, because sometimes I say I'm going to do it for an hour, and an hour turns into an hour and a half, 2 hours, because you could literally be just sitting there. So what I also decided to do was only do social media time if I'm in the bathroom, or if I am cooking, or like I won't do social media time in the bed, because if I'm doing it in the bed, I'm in a relaxed state of mind, and I'm literally sitting there just scrolling, and I don't want that to happen. I have to keep my mind continuously going, and in order to continuously going, just that bed does something for me. So I will never do social media time on the bed. um if you have an office or any place that you're not going to sit there and just be on here like all the time, yeah. Even if I'm on like public transportation or in a car or something, and I'm sitting there, I don't do social media time. I use that time to research. I use that time to crochet, or I use that time to do research from my YouTube videos, or inspiration for the next project that I'm gonna do. And that's how I'm able to get a lot of work in, instead of spending social media time just for entertainment. That's why a lot of people say, "Did you see this or did you see that?" No, sorry, I didn't. Um, Another thing is establish your brand. Establishing your brand is really hard in the beginning, because you don't know what to do. You don't know if you have to trademark your name. You don't know if you should actually need to do it, or should you do it, or do you need a website, do you need a blog, do you need. So in the beginning, it was so hard for me, because it was just so many things out there, and I did not know what to do. So I put my stuff on Etsy. Now, if I knew what I know now, I would have never put stuff on Etsy. I would have never did that. I would have made my own platform. So Etsy does not get a cut. All of my money go to me. So because Etsy gets a piece of the pie, Etsy has to work for me now. So that's the pros and cons of Etsy. It's the pros and cons of Shopify. Whereas you have to pay them for their time and their platform. Whereas if you have a website, the website is all yours. You pay the upfront price for your website, but all monies that people are paying just goes directly to you. So I wish that was something that I did differently, but it's okay, because now I'm starting my blog. Now I'm starting my website, and that's another thing that you need to research. So if, say you want to blog, you do your blog, but if you have a website, you don't want two different blogs and websites. You want to be able to incorporate them both at the same time. And that's what took me so long, is because I want to have them all in one. So here I have this website, which is also a blog, but you purchase my items out of my blog. You could use my affiliate links out of my blog. You can donate if you want out of my blog. You can learn if you want out of my blog. So every single thing that I do on different platforms is going to come out of my blog. I also learned that having a whole bunch of different platforms do not make sense. Now, not saying that you can't have different amounts. What it is for your business, you should not have no more than 2 if you're a sole person. So if you're by yourself, I would only suggest to have 2 platforms. So my 2 platforms is Facebook and YouTube. Those are my 2 platforms. So being that those are my 2 platforms, that's where I spend most of my time and most of my information, with YouTube and Facebook. So say if you have an Instagram and you have TikTok, use most of the information that you have to get to target your audience in those 2 settings. And time management helps me with that. Time management helps me with that because I have to delegate some time with Facebook. Then I have to delegate some time with Instagram and delegate some time with YouTube. I don't delegate a lot of time with Instagram though. Not at all. I post and go. I post and go. If I go into Instagram and I may see a video that pop up, I may look at the video, or I may look at like the first 2 or 3 posts and I would read those. And then I will also read, like if I get a message and someone send me a message or tag me in something, I will read that. I would go to my messages, but I don't scroll because that's not my social media time. So what I would do is I would use that time to post my information. So I post all of my photos, and I post all of my content from my YouTube and Instagram, and then I would do it in stories. But what I don't do is spend a lot of time on like TikTok, because that takes up so much of my time and it's not paying me. So the 2 avenues that pay me the most is where I'm going to spend all of my time at. I'm going to spend all of my time on YouTube or all of my time in Facebook, because that's where majority of my money is coming from. Facebook is a great avenue only because you could do much more with it. You can seal the deal with your audience all at once. You can give them all the information that they need. Hit them up, contact them, they contact you, do lives in there, have a group, or you can have your page. It's like so much you could do with Facebook, but Facebook is not for the young. So if my audience is generated to some of the younger crowd, it may not work for them. The younger crowd is not really my target though. My target is more so for older people and those who appreciate the keepsake, moms, grandmoms, those people. Those are the people who appreciate my information. They appreciate my blog, my vlog, my podcast, my crochet items, my designs, my crafts. They appreciate those. So because they appreciate those, that's who I'm going to spend majority of my time talking to. So when I post something, I'm talking to my audience. When I give them information, it's because I'm targeting that audience. My son says my page is boring. Well, my son is 21 and he's not buying a blanket from me. Even if he didn't know me, he may like my stuff, but he's not going to buy my stuff. So I'm not going to cater to him or his girlfriend or their friends. That's not who I'm going to cater to. I'm going to cater to somebody like his mom, like me. So that's what we need to realize. We can't cater to everybody. So don't focus on how I'm going to get this person or how I'm going to get that person. Focus on the amount of people that is going to purchase what you are making. So lip gloss, anybody can buy lip gloss. It could be any age. It could be any color. It could be any old or young. So what I would do is I would do natural products, organic products, and I would target those who are more into their body and conscious of organic materials, because that is a audience that is willing to pay more, because they know in order to get natural products they are willing to pay more. So say if I crochet something and the person that is my customers, my supporters, they want blankets, they automatically know, okay, this is a photo, this is a blanket, this is going to cost me a little bit. I don't know how much, but it's going to cost me a little bit. So I'm always aiming high, and I will act like I'm working my way down. So I will tell them my blanket is like $400, $500, but I'm always saying I'm going to give you a discount though. You referred me, you told your friend about me, I'm gonna give you $50 off. And that's how I keep my supporters. I make them feel wanted. I make them feel like they are special to me. They really are special to me. So that's what I do to keep them, lock them, and make them keep coming back. And so people say, how the hell you keep getting orders and you're not advertising anything? I don't advertise anything. I don't pay for advertisement. I don't say buy this, this is on sale, or I'm selling this, or I'm making this, buy it. I don't say none of that stuff. My work sells for itself. Um I just post. And because I'm consistently doing it, I'm consistently posting. I'm consistently putting out information. I'm consistently showing that this is what I do, and it's not gaps in between. That's what make people come to you. It also not only make people come to you, it may be a person who's not even paying attention to you until they see you one time. Then they realize, oh my God, all this content this person been putting out, let me check them out. And then they might follow you, and then they might want, your product. The one supporter that I love her to death, because she doesn't say not one word on any of my social media platforms. She follow me on everything, but she don't say anything until one day she saw a hat and scarf set and she was like, I like that, I want it. So over 10 years done passed, and this was the day she decided to buy something from me. So you never know. But say if, after the 10 years, what if I just stopped 9 years? I would have never gave her that chance to decide I really want this. So this is why I think it's best to continuously keep going. And then that's how people know that you're for real with your product. People know that you are um a real business person, that you're interested, that you're engaging, because they continuously seeing you push out content. Content standout. So this is where I'm like leery, because you have some people who put content on platforms where everything is uniformed. Everything looks pretty, and it looks like everything has the same background. And then you have some that just don't. And so in the beginning, I started off with having, what? My cat just hit me in my butt. But anyway, the content that I put out is depending on how I feel that day. And to be honest with you, it works for me. It works for me. It may not work for someone else, but it works for me. So that is what I do. I just put it out whatever I feel like that day. So if I feel like being serious, if I feel like having a mask on, if I feel like I want my hair up or like that, however I feel like that day is however I do it. And it does not have the same colors or the same background. Well, it does have same like versions of pink and purple because those are my colors, pink and purple. Also, long and short content. So for my long content, that's YouTube. I'm able to use this platform to push out long content and in-depth information, whereas on Instagram, short content. So you know I crochet because I'm putting out what I crochet. You know I have a YouTube channel because I'm putting up what my YouTube channel is. So those short spurts of content can draw somebody to my channel based off of me just saying this is what I'm going to do, or this is my podcast. I could do clips. So then you have the apps where you can have photos and videos of your product to make it more engaging. Is it working? So for some people it may work and some people it may not work. In the beginning, I started doing videos and little short videos. I realized that my photos was getting more play than my videos. So I stopped. You have to look at your analytics. Look at the numbers. Your numbers are not going to lie to you. At least let a whole 30 days pass and get your numbers. Try something different. Look at your numbers and then compare the two. So I did a 31-day challenge. It wasn't 31 days, it was 30 days. I did a 30-day challenge for YouTube. And the challenge was very challenging because it was every single day I had to do something. But what it did was teach me that those numbers mean a lot. I don't like numbers. If you know, I deal with Little John. She deals with numbers. She's great with the numbers. She knows that if she lacks on one thing, she needs to pick it up on another thing. She knows just by looking at her numbers. And even when we talk, she would goes, I'm going to look into your numbers. And then she will show me my numbers. And I'm like, how the hell you do that? So she showed me my numbers and she said, girl, you broke. That was the last day she said that. Because I was not. We not. That word is That's like the F-bomb to me. BROKE is not a great word for somebody to say to you. So that was the last time she said that to me because ever since then, it just gave me the fuel to pick my business up in that area that I was lacking and just start putting it into something else. I just started to spend more time on the side that I needed to spend on. Now, I know what else I need for my YouTube channel. That's not for me to tell you, but I know what I need and I know what I need to do. That's what you need to do. You need to find out what you need to do for your business that's lacking. If getting a customer is lacking, you have to work on getting that customer. Go into groups. Go into groups and start posting your stuff in those groups and not a crochet group because you can't have another crocheter purchase your stuff. The only thing the other crocheter is going to do is how nice that is, how beautiful it is. Oh, that is lovely. You are so talented. Where you get that pattern from? That's not helping you get any money. So I go into my groups that are focused on my area, groups that are focused in my family, groups that are focused for moms, groups that are focused for African Americans. I'm in a parent group. So in the parent group, they talk about parenting. Now, how the hell is parenting got to do with my business? It had a lot to do with my business. How the hell was I able to get those parents to buy from me? I would post, hey ladies, hi moms, how are you? I'm just sharing something, just letting you know, just have a good day, blah, blah, blah. And what I also learned was I don't even have to post anything, just saying hi. Saying hi will get somebody to remember your name here and there. I stopped doing it a lot in crochet groups because your crochet group is not making me no money. So I would post here and there. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. Sometimes I may post in a whole bunch of crochet groups, and sometimes I don't because I only do it if I have the time. But what I do is post in the other groups that I know someone is going to look at my stuff, and they may not look at my stuff right then and there. They may not look at my stuff for 2 or 3 months, maybe even 6, but maybe that 7th month they might say, my granddaughter's about to have a baby. I need something to get her. And then they scroll and see something that I put that has nothing to do with this group. Just putting yourself out there helps. Putting yourself out there consistently, wearing your brand. So I wear my brand all the time. I talk about it all the time. I wear my mask with my brand on it. I wear my earrings with my brand on it. I even have a ring, but it broke, so I don't wear it. But everything I do is all about my brand. So make sure your brand is all about you. Be conceited about it. Be humble about it. Be all that you can be, because your brand is your name. And when you keep bringing your brand out, that's when people start saying it. Because even in my social group, they call me creative. That's my name in my social group. My social group has nothing to do with my business at all. But I put my business in my social group. How I make money? My sisters in my social group buy stuff from me. They support me. I support them in their businesses. And that's another thing, is support. How are you supposed to get support from others if you don't support people? And even if you don't purchase something, because something that they have you may not need or you may not want. But what you can do is say, this is my friend and she's selling this, hit her up. That is the best thing somebody can do. The best support that I can get from someone is just sharing. Sharing is caring. It's the best thing ever. And that's what I try to tell a lot of people. You don't have to buy anything from me, but sharing is the best thing ever, because you sharing is how I got into my social group. It's how I got to know who they are, and how I got some more orders, and how I got my customers, my audience. That's how it is. My family, my sister has a lot of platforms. So I started using her platform, which is, she's a principal, she's AKA, she's a mom for the Jack and Jill club, because her kids are in Jack and Jill. And she has a school that does a lot of entertainment. So she has a lot of people who are in the entertainment business, a lot of people who are real estate, lawyers, doctors, all these people. So I use the hell out of my sister. She used the hell out of me. So we use the hell out of each other. And that's how she's able to keep up with her social group, as well as that's how I'm able to keep up with my business. So always find that target person that you could use to get more customers. I use my sister because she is in a group of professionals, the professionals who are making 6 figures. So I use her because I know I don't have to worry about, I don't have the money, or I can't afford it, or that's too high. I don't have to worry about that with that group. With that group, they want what they want when they want it, don't matter how much it is or whatever it is. My sister purchases from me every single chance she can get. She just told me like a month ago, I need a blanket stack. Okay. I had like 3 orders in front of her, but I'm like, this is my sister. I gotta bust my ass. And a lot of times I do put hers in front of a lot of people, because that's where it is. She got me other people, and they got me other people, to the point where, like I think I mentioned, I have a big time lawyer who's like, if this is good, I'm gonna order more. and he has a huge house. It looks like a mansion, and he throw big parties and stuff. Well, this is before the pandemic, huge parties and stuff. And so when he took pictures of my blanket. That right there was freaking, it was genius because I was like, oh my God, his picture was way more beautiful than the picture I took in my house. So I use that. I use them in their pictures, in their reviews, because that's another thing. You need reviews. You need testimonies. Those reviews and those testimonies is going to get you more business. Quality. So quality is very, very important. When you are marketing your items and you're saying your item is this and your item is that, and then when somebody purchases it and it's not, that's bad marketing and that's bad business. That's bad business. So you need to make sure your issues before you even let it go out of your hands and into somebody else's. So get a lot of inspiration, a lot of not moderators, mentors. Get a mentor. I was on the phone with my mentor, which is also my aunt, last night. I have a great bond with her. She has 5 kids, and out of her 5 kids, I'm not neither one of her kids or a real niece. I'm a place through a family through marriage. So she's my aunt through marriage. And she treat me like her own. And not only does she treat me like her own, she's about to inherit some change. And she's like, I'm putting you on the list to get it. What? That's because I engage with my aunt. I appreciate her. I talk about her all the time. And she's the one who pioneered that whole situation with crochet. She's that grandma who I said I didn't want to be because I didn't want to crochet scarves and hats all the damn time. But because of her, that's what made me grow into more beautiful items and graphicans and stuff. So I appreciate her and I talk about her all the time. And because I do that, she decided she wants to include me in a blessing. I'm still mind blown. We're not talking about no chump change now. We're talking about a couple of millions, not even 6 figures. Not even 6 figures. But yeah, I feel like crying every time I think about it. Because it's a whole lot of hard work that I put into my business and I put into trying to help people and don't ask for a lot back, and I get a lot back. I don't ask for it, but it comes. And that's the great thing about being sociable, being nice, talking to somebody. Don't stab anybody behind their back. So I had some people that stabbed me in my back. And I don't mind giving information and I don't mind telling you how I got this or how I got that and how you can do this and how it can help you. And I want you to take that information to make more money. But if you're going to do it right. Because if you don't, then it's going to show bad. Like I mentioned earlier, if you're going to do the class or if you're going to do a workshop or if you're going to do a seminar or you're going to do a pattern, you want to do it right because not everybody is going to buy your pattern and be happy with it. Somebody's always going to find flaws. But if 9 times out of 10 people buy your pattern and they always got something bad to say about it, that's not good. You want feedback, and your feedback is going to be negative if your quality is not good. Your quality need to be good. Your research need to be spot on. So in order for me to teach anyone how to do a graph, I needed to do that for years before I taught. So I did graphs for 3.5 years before I decided to teach it. But not only did I do it for 3.5 years, I spit out a lot of blankets and pillows and stuff like that so that my audience was able to see And then they would say, teach me. And then when they say, can you teach me, that's how I was able to do the class and make money. Now, if that's a business that you want to do it. But do research and do it to the best of your ability. Don't just go into it to make money, because you may teach somebody something the wrong way and then they're going to get mad and then they're going to tell other people, and believe it's not a good thing to do. It's not. Is this buffering? This is going out? I'm not seeing the one. Is it going in and out? I don't know why it's going in and out. Try plugging in your router. It's in there already. I got an Ethernet card, and the Ethernet card says, oh, sorry, it's not in. I'm sorry, it wasn't in. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry, I apologize. The Ethernet card wasn't even in. Shoot. That sucks. I did a whole hour and the Ethernet card wasn't even in. It's not working. The Ethernet card is not working. Shoot. All right, well, that was basically everything. Let me see. Let me make sure I got everything. Supporters, you got your supporters. You're gonna target your problem. Make sure your problem is solved. Bad stories. Bad stories. I put bad stories. Don't. The reason why I put bad stories is because you don't want people to tell the bad stories. And don't get me wrong, I did have people say bad stories about me, bad testimonies. But I took those and learned how to make them positive. Because it's trial and error. At times we really don't know unless we work on it. Products that do not solve problems. So if you have a product that it doesn't solve a problem, but it resolve a need, talk about that need. So for instance, solving a problem meaning a luggage that with the wheels, that's solving a problem so people don't have to carry the luggage, versus a need, which is our crochet items. Crochet items is a need. So we are that's a resolution. We are giving someone something that they want and they need, based off of whether it's lip gloss or whatever. So that's what you have to focus on. Don't get off that topic. Don't get off that focus. When you are putting your information out, always put, something that you're answering the question before they even answer it, before they even ask it. So if you're going to do lip gloss, you are going to say, your lips are not going to be chapped with this, or you need something that does not dissolve, because the lip gloss that I have a problem with this lip gloss that I had, because I put it on twice before I got on here, and here it is an hour later and it's off. And I'm like, really? So basically I need a lip gloss that's not going to come off like really, really easy. It's actually cheap lip gloss, so I can't be too mad. It's cheap. But yeah, that's what you want. You want to solve a problem. And that's a problem. That's a big problem for us. We want our lip gloss to be popping. All right. So I'm gonna narrow it up now. Customers, make sure you have good customers. Compare with other people. I don't like the word competition, because we're not competing against each other. We are in a community together, and we all have our own unique experiences. You're going to solve a problem. Make sure you have complete communication. Communication with your supporters is key, and that's what got me to where I'm at with my customers, and that's why they keep coming back, because my customers can show me a picture of somebody wearing something online and be like, can you make that? And I'll be like, hell yeah. I don't know how to make it, but hell yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make it. I don't know how to make it, but I'm gonna make it. I don't suggest that for everybody though. Not everybody know how to do what some people do. Some people know how to look at stuff and make it without a pattern or anything. And I don't know how I was blessed to be able to do that. It's a outfit that Cardi Red from Love and Hip Hop wore. And my cousin's baby mama sent me a picture and she said, can you make this for my daughter? My cousin at the time, my little cousin was 3. She wanted me to make it for my little cousin, the 3-year-old, which was something Cardi Red wore. So if you know who Cardi Red is and who she is on Love and Hip Hop, I'm like, really? You want me to what? What happened? So when you are doing that, you really need to make sure that you are doing it, but you're gonna make it look good. I needed to make that Cardi Red looking outfit for a 3-year-old. So some people need to learn how to, do that and make it for your audience, not for someone else. And you don't want no 3-year-old stripper. You want, not saying Cardi Red a stripper, I'm just saying you didn't want the little 3-year-old to wear that though. So I made it so that the 3-year-old looked cute. How I did it, I don't know. I can't tell you how I did it. I just know I did it and it worked and I got paid. I think she paid me like, for the whole set, she paid me like $150 for the whole set. And to be honest with you, that was back in the day, so I probably should have asked for way more because that outfit was like, I had a bag to match it, a headband to match it. I even had shoes. Like, come on now. I actually got the shoes though. It was Gucci inspired shoes. No, the shoes were actually Gucci. Yeah, her mom did it. Offer advice. Make sure you have your website. And so this is what I learned, and this is what also brings people to me. Reddit and Quora. Reddit and Quora. Reddit and Quora. Every now and then I will go on Reddit and I will answer questions, and Quora and I will answer questions. You never know. It was one question I answered like 3 years ago. Somebody out of the blue looked up that question. That came up on Google. When it came up on Google, she said, I found you because I asked this question. Google had the Quora answer because I was like, how did you find me? And she said she asked a question on Google, and that was the first thing that came up, and it was my answer to the Quora question. And it was something about charts, and she didn't even say GraphGAN, she said charts and stuff like that. And I was able to answer her question, and we've been forever cool ever since then. So you never know. That one person turned into more than one because she told her community, and that community came over to my community. So you never know. Just randomly, I all the time just answer some questions. I do it on Google too. On Google, I would answer questions, and Reddit, I would answer questions, and I would put out content. Like if somebody say that they wanted to make a blanket, but they need some suggestions, I always say do a GraphGAN. Do a GraphGAN. Or if somebody say I need some inspiration for a wedding gift. I want to crochet a wedding gift. Do a GraphGAN. And I will put pictures and stuff. Quality, professional presentation means everything. Don't take pictures if your background stank, like literally, like visually stank. Like you look at pictures and you know it stank. Don't do that. Don't take a picture of that crocheted item that you're about to sell to somebody on a floor that looked like who did it and ran. So have a good background. Make sure your background is beautiful. Make sure your background is nice and clean. Don't spend money, a whole lot of money on it. You don't need a whole big camera, because somebody told me, oh, you need to get this camera, you need to get that camera, or you need to get an iPhone. No, I don't need an iPhone. I could make sales without an iPhone. Just take the damn picture. Just take the damn picture and make sure that your background looks good. Benefit others. Make sure that it benefit others. Ask for feedback and collaborations. So when I mean collaborations with other crocheters will benefit me, but it may not benefit you. Collaboration with other moms may benefit me, but it may not benefit you. So when I mean collaborations, I do collaborations based off of my business. So I do collaborations with other people, getting them to crochet my graphs. They crochet my graphs, they use my graphs, they put it on their platform, other people come to me for my graphs. If I want to collab for my crochet item, I will ask my cousin or my son's girlfriend or somebody that I know have a huge following basis, and I will crochet them something, and I would tell them, can you take pictures with it, post it, tell your friends about it. That's what I do. I do collaborations with just about anybody and everybody. I have not had the time lately at all to do collaborations for custom items at all, because I have so many orders, and what I had to do was cut down my orders because I was getting so many of them. So being that I cut down my orders and I only take in a certain amount each month, I decided to do collaborations more with the crochet community. And the crochet community is the for my graphs. So majority of my profit comes from my graphs. So majority of my time is with my graphs. Majority of my marketing is my graphs. My patterns is majority of the work is coming from that. And that's it. Several ways to get customers, and use all the different ways that I just suggested to get your customers. Use them all, not just one platform. I use every single way I can get a customer. I use every platform I can. I use, like, if I'm out, I would say I'm a crocheter. Like, I use every opportunity I can possibly do without begging people, basically saying, I can make this, I can make that, I can sell this, and I'm selling this, and this is I don't have to do all of that. I could basically say, I'm a crocheter, I make this, I can make that, or I would say that I'm a crocheter without saying I'm a crocheter. You ever played that game before? I do that. I did that before. It was viral on TikTok. I did it because I was able to go to different places and play mind games with people so that I could get my customers. Sometimes use a psychologic basis to get your customers is a good thing. And that's what I do. I use a psychological basis. So, any questions? Any questions? I am going to do the giveaway right now. But if anyone wants to, if anybody wants to purchase a ebook, you can, all you have to do is put in your payment, make your payment to one of the payments in the description, and it's $25 only for you guys who are on now. If you want to make that payment, just pay the $25 and you are able to receive your ebook, so you can learn how to graph like the diva, make your own graphs. You want to make your own graphs? Do it. So I am going to add whoever entered in the chat. If you are in the chat and you at yeah, if you're in the chat and you say hello, hi, ask the question or whatever, I'm entering you to win a popple. So you're going to win a popple. Whoever it is going to win a popple. I don't have a lot of people who entered, so that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. Yeah, so don't forget that if you are not in the group, in the social media group, what is it? Graph Fans and the Restless. Get in the Graph Fans and the Restless, because we are going to be doing a lot of giveaways for my birthday. My birthday coming. I'm going to do a live for my birthday, on my birthday. I'm going to give away some things then. I have sponsors who are donating. We're going to do a 50-50. We're going to give away some gift cards, but these are going to be random. So if you are just a passerby, this is not for you. This is only for those who are going to be on and see. Okay, let me show you the wheel. Do I have everybody on? If you don't see your name, that means you did not respond on the chat. Nicole, you said you requested to be in the group. You requested to be in Graph Fans and the Restless. I think I did add you. I could have sworn I did. Maybe, yeah, because, oh, wait. I just got a whole bunch of new people. I just added some people earlier. Hey, I just added a bunch of people earlier. This is people. Wow. Wow. Okay. I still don't see your name, Nicole, unless you have a different name. If you have a different name, then you gotta let me know, because I don't see you on here. I let you in already, I think. Oh, under April Young. That's why. That's why. Okay. I see you. I got you. Okay. Nicole, were you the one who hit me up on Etsy? Were you the one who hit me up on Etsy? I have so many different platforms. All right, so let me spin the wheel. I think I got everybody's name. Everybody's name should be on there. Victoria, Anna, not Anna, Ani, Nicole, Edna, Olympia, Vivian, Sheila, and Debbie. So As long as I got everybody, I'm gonna spin the wheel one time, and one person is gonna win a Poppo. A Poppo, which is your digital business card. So you're not going to get your digital business card for like another week because I just ordered like a bunch. So they're sending me like 8 of them because I'm gonna do more giveaways. So when I get it, I probably won't be able to send it out until I get back from my little birthday vacay. So when I get back from my birthday vacay, then you'll get it. Okay, so let's see. Who is going to win? More money, more money, more money, more! Hey, do we have a winner? All right, congratulations. Is she on here? Because if she not, I gotta go to the next. I'm sorry. I said you gotta be on at the end. So are you in here? Are you in here? Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Are you in here? Or else I'm going to the next. Is that Ani? You here, Ani? Yay! All right, girl, you're going to do me a favor. In the description below, you are going to email me. The email is going to be CreativeStitchNDiva. Send me an email with your information so I can send you your Popple. It's like I said, it's not gonna be until after I get back from my birthday vacay, but you're gonna get your Popple. So once you get your Popple, let me know you got your Popple. It doesn't matter what phone you have. It doesn't matter if it's iPhone or Android. It's going to work as long as you have the you pay by your phone. If you have the pay by your phone already enabled, then you're good to go. You just got to turn that on. I think it's the NFS button. You just got to turn that on, and that's it. So that if you tap your phone to make payments, that's what the Pop will use. But other than that, congratulations. Just send me your information to the email CreativeStitchNDiva@gmail.com and you will get your Popple. So if you want a Popple, anybody else who did not win, thank you, Deisha, because you know me, I'm just all over the place. If you did not win a Popple and you want a Popple, if you want to win graphs, or I'm going to give away ebooks, I'm going to give away, we're going to do a 50-50, we're going to do a raffle, we're going to do more things. And if I'm going to do one on my birthday, but I'm going to do the rest in the group. So if you're not in GraphGams and the rest, let's get in there. And we're going to be doing this whole entire week. So starting tomorrow, it's on and popping. It's going to be the countdown to my birthday on the 11th. And then for the rest of the month, for Crochet Month, we're going to be doing some other things. But this whole week is going to be lit. Okay? So come back so that you can win something. And let's go. Tomorrow, we're going to have Mentor Monday. And we're going to do giveaways tomorrow as well. So come back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and chat with the diva. And if that's it, I'm going to the crochet. I got this business that I put myself in, so I gotta do it. Have a good night, guys. See you later, sunshine. Bye.